There we go. Okay. So yeah, last couple weeks ago or whatever, we were doing probability stuff. Like, what's the chances that if I choose a random person, it'll be a boy? 5 out of 8. Like, this is the target number. This is the total possible number. Okay, so that's probability. So we're going back a little bit in time and doing some counting stuff. How to count certain things, because this is used in probability, but it kind of leads up to it in some things. So for example, let's say that 5 of you were lining up at the door. How many different ways could we line the 5 of you up?
It'd be
5 times 8.
It'd be.
Okay, so in the first spot, there could be 5 different people.
In the second spot, there could be 4 different
Yeah,
people.
but once you choose that, there's 4 different people that could be here, 3 different people that are here, 2 could be here, and 1 be. And then if you multiply all those possibilities together,
Is that 5 factorial, like with the exclamation point?
yes,
So that's 120.
that gives you the number of ways you could line up 5 people. So that would be,
times 2
yeah.
is 120.
The fast forward way to do that is, yeah, it's called 5 factorial, and there's a button on the calculator that does it really quickly.
Where?
I don't know, different places on every calculator.
That has like an extra. Oh wait, no, I see it. Nice. Oh wait, that's.
Yeah, that's also.
Does anybody have the Casio? Oh, I see. Where is it at?
Anybody have this one?
It's like, you know where the x
120?
to the exponent of -1. It's at the very top, to the right.
Sure, it's in Zoom.
Under mode setup.
Yeah.
My Texas.
But you have to click the yellow button first, like shift, to get it.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, Drew, do you have a Casio? Is that Casio?
Brady, you can use the calculator. Right here.
Let me see.
You just
Right.
got
You know what?
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't make an
Cool,
agreement that we can switch.
So it's.
No, I wouldn't recommend
Shit.
it. Do the back to where it is.
Yeah.
I've seen a menu option.
Hey, Brady has a much smaller brain.
Might borrow one.
Brady's brain is roughly the size of an ostrich's, so he's gonna need the extra.
So for the next one, could we just do 1
You can just do
times
the
6?
5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Would that be helpful? Or would that not be the thing?
Huh?
Could we just do 120 times 6 for view?
That sounds like a good thing to do over spring break.
Yeah.
Or would that not
You
be?
should probably buy a calculator.
I mean,
Just so that
you
I
want to
know
know
plug it in.
yesterday.
Yeah, 120 times. So, okay, the next one says 6 factorial. So instead of just plugging 6 factorial in, what else could we do?
6 times 5 times.
Yeah, 6 times 120, right? Because it's 6 times all this, so it's just 6 times 120, so it's
720.
720. You guys know what happens if we divide like 6 factorial divided by 5 factorial?
I assume it's just.
1 factorial?
Does it subtract?
Now the 1 doesn't really do
So you just
anything.
get 6.
Yeah, it's just 6. Do you guys see how that happens?
And you subtract.
Times 5 divided by 5, those cancel out.
So you subtract.
Oh, well, kind of. If this was 7 factorial though, what would it be?
6 times 7.
Yeah, 6 times 7.
42.
Good job, Brady.
You're right, Brady.
Yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, anyone?
Wait, what did you just say? Sorry.
If you're
Yeah.
dividing, now this is gonna really come in handy more later than right now, but 7 factorial divided by 5 factorial, but basically the last 5 cancel out, and that just leaves 7 times 6.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, I got 50, 40.
You push something wrong?
For C.
Oh, C. That wasn't C. I just made that up.
Oh.
Because I was looking at number 2.
Oh. Yeah, what about
That's
2C?
right, Brady. Yeah.
2C and D.
Yeah.
Can't you just plug
Okay. 2C, no. C and D.
it in?
have
Oh, wait,
pins.
yeah, I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
So 2C is kind of like this one, right? Because the one on top is one bigger than the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
You guys see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's that going to simplify to?
Is it just gonna be -1?
No.
Is it gonna be N? Just N?
Yeah. Because everything before n cancels out, right? Basically, so that's just going to leave n. So the 6 and the n are kind of the same thing. N times n minus 1 times dot 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 over n minus 1 times dot dot dot.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff will cancel out. And that just leaves n, just like this one.
So would D just be 3?
Okay, D is a little trickier. On D, they're separated by 2 numbers. So it's kind of, that's more like the,
It's like a 7.
it's more like the 7 one. Count
So would
that.
it be n+1 times n+1?
Close, a little bit off.
N times
No, still a little bit off.
n+1 times n-1?
2N.
Yeah. Okay, n plus 1, whatever it is 2 bigger than n minus 1, right?
Yeah, so it'd just be times n, right?
So this would be n plus 1 times what?
n.
N times n minus 1
Oh, so it would be n squared plus n?
dot dot dot. Oh, divided by,
Why minus 1?
because these numbers are getting smaller. N plus 1, go down 1. N, go down 1. N minus 1.
Ew.
Huh?
Ew.
Makes it so slow.
That's
So,
what we think would be.
anyway, these first 2 are not canceled out, but everything after that is canceled out. So it's just n times n plus 1. So I would accept that, or n squared plus n. You know.
Wait, and
Oh, I could not do that by myself.
But now you can.
N squared plus 1?
No, n squared
squared
plus
plus
n. These 2 are left.
oh.
I think I can do that one myself.
Oh, really?
Okay, actually 1D. Did you guys plug that in the calculator or not?
1d.
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
cannot remember
It's 1.
how they define 0 factorial, but
What is C? Oh, it's not 0?
no, it's not 0. I don't.
That doesn't make
I
sense.
think they just define it so that it works in the other stuff that we use factorials for. So yeah, it's just kind of nonsensical. I don't know.
So when it asks you like a question, you just factorial it, the number?
So 5 factorial.
Yeah, today's is gonna be pretty easy. Tomorrow's it gets a little more.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. How many shelves? No.
120.
How many different orders can you arrange 5 books on a shelf?
120, right?
120.
Yeah.
Number 5. In how many different ways can you answer 10 true/false questions?
You said 10 factorial?
No, it's not.
This
Yes,
one's-
is it 10 divided by 2? 10 times 2 factorial. Oh, I'm
No.
just fine.
No.
Wait,
It's
wait, don't say it yet. Don't say
I
it.
think they just threw this one in here just to hurry up because it's different.
This is like last week's, isn't it? There's a 50-50 chance each time. So would it be 1/2
So-
factorial?
How many options how many ways can you answer the first question?
2.
2,
Second question?
2.
Third question?
Oh, it's 2
2
factorial.
to the
No.
No, it's 2 to the 10th.
There's no factorial.
It's 2.
Yeah, it's 2 to the 10th.
For 5?
Which is
1024.
1,000.
Actually wrote 10 too, so.
1024.
So, number 5 is not a factorial at all, so they're just kind of throwing that in there to keep you honest, I think. 6 is not a factorial. 7, many radio stations have 4-letter call signs beginning with the letter K. That's true, I wonder why that is. What's the K for? How many such call signs are possible if letters can be repeated?
Well, wouldn't it be?
Okay, so we have a K.
It'd be
which-
26 to the 4th, right?
Well, the first letters they're saying has to be K.
Oh, so it'd be 26 to the 3rd.
Right, so we got 26 options, 26 options, 26 options. So altogether we got 26 to the third.
It is 17,576.
Where'd you get the 26 from?
Alphabet, letters in the alphabet.
Okay.
Wait, for that, is that A? What is the thing?
Elementary.
Yeah, it's A.
What was it, Jackson?
Wait, so how do we answer the question?
17,576.
17,000.
Like for each spot, there's 26
76.
possibilities.
576.
Just 26.
76?
26 cubed, yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you.
So there's a 6.7?
I won't be at trap shooting, Jackson.
Six a big
Why not?
number.
Isn't
Is
that
it like 5 to 10?
It's in the millions. Yeah, it's 5
Wait,
to 10.
You brought
So
trap
isn't it
shooting into it, but mine
17,
switched from
5,
joke mode to
7,
very, very serious mode.
Is that what you just said?
Trap shooting.
What is it?
I don't know, I don't see the answer. Yeah, it's 70, yeah, that's it. Okay, B, if the letters cannot be repeated.
26, 25.
Right, so you got 26 options on the first one, you got
So it's
25.
26
Times
factorial.
25 times 25. No, it's not.
No.
15,600.
Not 26 factorial. There is a way you could do this with factorials though, does anybody know how?
You would do 26 factorial minus 23 factorial?
No, divided by 23 factorial.
Yeah.
That would get rid of everything below 23. That kind of leads into what we're doing tomorrow.
Where'd you get the 23 from?
Remember how the stuff canceled out, like on this?
Mhm.
The 5 factorial gets rid of everything. The 23 factorial gets rid of everything after 20.
Absolutely delicious.
You don't need 23 factorial. I was just making a point. You can just plug this in here. 26 times 25 times 24. Not that. Kick 96.
Oh, it's the
F
same
it.
answer.
Sounds like Texas. I'm guessing it's country because it's okay. Anyways,
Number 6 and 400. Yeah.
okay, number 9. In how many ways can 4 people be seated in a row of 12 chairs?
A lot.
Is it 12, 11, 10, 9, 8?
Hmm.
12 factorial over 4
Is that
factorial.
12 to the 4th?
Or would it be 12 factorial over 8
Or
factorial?
12 times 13, or 12 times 11 times 10 times 9.
Well, I know a way to do it, but it's tomorrow's lesson, so I'm kind of confused on how we're supposed to do it.
We get a head start.
No, I am trying to figure out how they.
I was just trolling things at one of those.
Okay.
You what?
Is it not 12 times 11 times 10 times 9?
Well, here's the problem. Yeah, no. You're doing it in terms of people. And the seats. It doesn't work. The blank chairs. What do we do with the blank chairs?
We just do it.
Thank you, Brady.
Let me see if they give me a hint somewhere. Number 9. Okay, nothing.
Are you leaving?
Okay, let's go on to 11. I'll come back
Nice
and look
knowing
at
you.
that. Bye bye.
We're skipping
Okay.
9?
Well, I'm gonna come back and look at
We'll
it.
skip 9. I'm
Because
assuming we're
because
skipping
number
10.
10 is gonna be just like it. No, I didn't say skip. Number 11, the tree diagram shows the 4 possible outcomes when a coin is tossed twice. Yeah, we've seen that before, right? That if heads and tails represents, H and T represents heads and tails respectively, the 4 outcomes are heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, and tails, tails. Make a tree diagram showing the outcomes if a coin is tossed 3 times.
Oh boy.
I know how tree diagrams work,
I don't
man.
like tree diagrams.
Why do they make us do it? It's not hard. Can I just sketch it in the book?
No.
Bless you.
Why don't you guys draw the tree diagram? So, if you're flipping the coin 3 times, there should be 3 levels, right?
Yeah.
So, first flip, heads, tails. Second flip, you could have got heads, and then you could, off of that, you could get heads, tails. You could have got tails, off that, you could have got heads or tails. And then off each of those 4, you could get heads or tails.
Honestly.
Did I do this right? I drew a tree. Good job, Brady.
Sure, Brady, sounds good. Okay, B.
I just imagine Brady just drawing like an actual tree.
Yeah, those little apples, that's what I'm assuming.
Apples and just
Wait,
A's and T's.
Was I supposed to draw a tree? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
B.
I-
You just lost brain cells trying to figure out like what he meant by that.
The saw
I
line.
didn't draw an actual tree. I drew a tree. What do you?
Okay, you're a nice owl in it and the whole.
Okay, number 13. Number 13. Yeah.
11B actually.
Okay, the saw line of the tree diagram are called branches, and the elements at the bottom of the row, HT, are called leaves. How many branches and leaves are in your diagram
I counted 12 and
for
14.
part A?
I didn't count the
Does
top
the
two.
first bend count as 1?
Yeah, I think they count this as 2.
2?
Oh,
2
so
branches, 2, 4, 6, 8,
Hey,
10.
who do we appreciate?
Brady, I think it's quiet time for you now. How many leaves do we have?
14.
The leaves is the bottom, just the bottom.
Oh.
So it's
8.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate?
The leaves represent the final outcome. So like heads, heads, heads. That's one outcome. Heads, heads, tails. Heads, tails, heads. That's
So there's 8 leaves.
yeah. So what is the pattern? How many branches and leaves? So it was 2 plus 4 plus 8, right? Keeps doubling the branches. 2,
Yeah.
4, 8.
So that's showing me 16.
So, lost my place. How many branches and leaves would be in the tree diagram showing toss up a coin 10 times?
10,024.
For one flip, you got 2 options. Second flip. Third flip. 4 plus 5, 6. There's got to be an easier way to do this. 7, 8, 9, 10.
What is happening?
2046.
Okay, so I'm going off of this. For one flip, there's 2 branches, 2 different options. For the second flip, there's 4 different options. For the third flip, there's 8 different options. So it keeps doubling because each
Oh, times.
leaf gets 2 branches down, so it keeps doubling. So I'm just doubling by 2. 2 plus 4 plus 8, 16.
Does anybody add that up?
20. 46.
Isn't that a game?
I wonder.
No, it's
is there a
2048.
I bet there's an easy way to like
Is it
actually
2044?
It's 2048.
It's
The
I mean,
game.
we did this.
it's 2046.
The number's 2046, but game is 2048.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why it doesn't make any sense.
What?
You mean
Game?
There's a
2048.
game, and there's like boxes, and it start out with like 2, and you swipe over, and it's 4.
2, 4, 8. Doesn't
And
like
then it
that.
ends in 2048, which doesn't make any sense.
So they didn't count the 2, or no, they had
I
2
think
extra.
28 sounds better than 2046, but
They're lying to you. Okay. Oh yeah, we got to do the leaves. So
Is it just 2044?
each of the last. So remember how there's like 8 leaves down here? There's like 8 branches down here. So it's just
same number.
1024. This represents the last branches, which represents the last leaves.
So it's the same number.
1024.
No, it's not. It's the number right before it and the last number before the first
I
part.
did.
This is the
2046
last
is the
level of
first.
branches.
No,
So this is the last leaves. These are the leaves.
Well,
Wait.
if you did 1024 times 2, you get 2048.
I probably hit something in
That's
wrong.
what they did.
I probably put something in wrong.
So is it
No, he said
2048?
it was 2046.
No.
Oh, I did do something wrong.
He said, no, the book says 2046. Doesn't it? Did you say that? Yeah. 2046.
No, yeah.
Okay, anyway, a high school coach must decide on the batting order for a baseball team of 9 players.
Oh, I remember doing something like this last year.
So the coach has how many different batting? So 9 players. How many ways can you do the lineup? Or what's the easiest way to find it?
Just 9 exclamation.
9 factorial.
Which is 3, 6, 2, 8,
Or
8 is.
Bethany, if you didn't have the button, you'd have to plug all this stuff in. Did you get that? That's weird, that's not on that calculator. I feel like I just didn't see it. How many batting orders are possible if the pitcher bats last?
Isn't that just 8 factorial?
Yeah, so there's only, if the pitcher bats 9th, that leaves only 8 spots open for, so it would just be 8 factorial instead of 9 factorial.
Nothing is 7.
Is it? How many different batting orders are possible if the pitcher bats last and the team's best hitter bats 3rd? Yeah, two spots are set, so that leaves 7 open, so that would be 7 factorial.
That's not the bell. Stop
That's the
taunting us.
5th hour battle built from 2 weeks ago.
Is it thunder out here outside?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Supposed to be stormy today.
Thunder.
I was thinking, in the thunder
Yeah.
roll.
And the lightning strikes.
It was purple yesterday. And I mean like purple.
You learn how to you on break.
I hate it. No, I told Red. I was like, I don't want to do it there.
It was all of us.
I don't like it. I
It was
told
so, it was
Red.
really bad. It was
I know. I had
Brady had a
like
solo
not
part.
like
I
this
did.
corporate
He broke
all
out
on
from
my legs.
it.
Oh
It
my
wasn't a
God.
solo, you
How
could
do
just
you
hear
get
your
one of
voice.
this?
Or you probably shouldn't have been able to.
Like, I had fun rolling it all.
All right, why don't you guys work on the evens? I'm gonna look at number 11 again. Or wait, what number was it? 9.
But I have more sympathy for
How many
this.
different ways can 4 people
Thank you.
be seated in a row of 12?
Can we do 10 too, since it's basically.
Well, if we
No.
figure out 9, then we'll figure out 10. Because they're the next thing, I think.
Okay.
And how many ways can 4 different prizes be given to any 4 to people if one person is 8? How many 3-digit numbers can be formed using 4, 5, and 6? 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
It's 125, right?
So-
5 times 5 times 5.
So you got a 3-digit number. How many options are there for the first digit? If they can repeat themselves. 5. How many options for the second number? If they can repeat.
This was like 4?
Well, 4 if you can't use the same number, but there's still 5 because it can be like 777 or whatever. So there's 5 on all of them. So that would be the first 5 times 5 times 5.
I go to that one real fast.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right? Because this looks like a lot on 12.
12.
Cannot be repeated as 5, 4, 3, right? You
Yeah.
can-
I don't see an answer for 12. Is it just a picture? Make a tree diagram showing the various possible
was weird.
outcomes.
I don't know how to start that.
I'm doing it and it's looking huge.
Well, yeah. So there should be 3 levels, but each level,
Yeah.
oh gosh, 4 to the 3rd is 64.
Yeah, it looks
Can
like
we
you're
not do 12
You're
and
didn't do that.
I don't want to. I don't want to
You're
do that.
evil.
I don't want to take. I don't want to take
That's
20
exactly
minutes
what
to
I
write
said.
out a
You
tree
can't
diagram.
redraw.
Let's just do the first 2 levels at least.
Okay, so
And I'll give you credit for
And
that. It's kind of like the heads tails, but there's 4 options on each.
Do we have to make it?
So
Yeah.
you need to make
You
need to make
go
your-
like a 4-prong.
So it's 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
You need to make them
From
really
one, it could be
far away from each other so we have more room.
So.
Wait, it doesn't say we have to make
Well,
a
wait,
tree
can
diagram.
you
Yeah,
redraw
that's
card in
number
this
12.
scenario?
No.
1 through 4.
Oh,
1, 2, 3,
ew, 12.
4.
So we should probably leave a lot of room on our paper.
Well, yeah. That's how wide I drew that.
No, I mean like, can I fit this whole equation in 4 lines?
No, you can't.
Yeah, if you write small.
I could do that.
So yeah, it should look something. Did you guys hear that? I said you only had to do the first 2 draws, not 3 draws, because 3 draws will get you up to 64.
So we're just doing the diagram though, right?
Yeah.
My
that's all
diagram
that's in
is
the
awful,
question?
but
Yeah.
I think it works. So. Just like this. Yeah. So
Oh
mine,
man, yours is bad.
see, mine would have turned out
11.
unreadable.
Wait, can they draw the same one?
See, that's what I was thinking.
Are we able to redraw the same number?
Because I was
Are
gonna
you
take.
Wait, do we
to
just-
redraw the same number? It doesn't.
Are we able to
say.
redraw the same number?
Huh?
It doesn't say if we're able to redraw the same number.
What do you,
It says
is
one
it
at
just
a
1, 2,
time,
3,
though.
4 again?
It does
And
say
then
one.
that
at a
brings
Oh
us-
yeah, can you redraw? 4 cards numbered 1 through 4 are shuffled and 3 different cards are chosen one at a time.
Sounds like you can't.
Yeah, you cannot draw the same number. You're right.
I was doing it right.
Oh,
and
I
you guys
did
did
it
it right.
right.
So that one give us maybe.
I did it right, and Mr. Jordan missed me up.
So it's just 3? And then
So if you draw a 1 on the first card, then your only options are 2, 3, and 4 on the second. Actually, now that I realize that,
man.
we're gonna do the whole.
No.
Okay. So there's 3 options off this one, and then how many options are off of like this card? How many options are left after if you drew a 1 and a 2? There's only 2 left on this bottom.
But for each of them, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not the number that it is, right? So like the 4, 2 would just be 3, or 1, 3, 4. Like on the side.
Yeah, so 1 and 2 have already been drawn, so that only leaves 3 and 4. 1 and 3 have been drawn, so 2 and 4 is that what you said?
Oh, okay. I can't fit.
What number is this?
Challenge.
12.
Oh, I don't like this. It's getting tired. I drew mine too small.
In a row of 12.
Oh.
I had a lot of room on this side, and then it just got worse and worse as it got closer to the
12.
Wait, so. Oh, this is not turning out.
1200.
So does it end on the
So it is.
third? Right here? Let me see.
It's bad.
13.
No, you can't see mine, so I'm done. It's not pretty. It's I crammed it
I don't think I did this right.
because I was lied to.
It's
Can you-
12.
Mr.
Well,
Oh, you're confusing. Oh, it's, remember, you skipped that. No. Here, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as bad. Look at it.
Can you make sure I'm doing it right? Just so I'm not writing random things
You
down.
should have
And it being
3, 4,
wrong.
2, 4, 2.
No, it doesn't have to be
3,
any
4, 1,
specific
4,
order.
1, 2, 2, 4, 1,
It
4,
doesn't
1,
have to be in
Even if it's like out of order, though?
It doesn't
Oh,
have to be.
okay, that's okay.
But
If I
I'm
wanted
gonna look
to
at
do
every single number on that
2,
tree
4,
diagram.
1, 3.
I wouldn't put it
I
past
could do
you.
it.
I feel like on
You could do
mine you
like
would probably
4,
do it just
3.
out of, spite.
She's probably wrong somewhere. I
Yeah,
better look at that.
exactly. Circle each number. It's like, thanks.
Alright, 14.
yes.
Yes.
Track coach must choose a 4-person. Huh? Well, is this what yours?
I think it's a trick question.